Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. I've never seen anything like this within the XRP ecosystem. There's a video game being developed in which players compete with one another, and you're allowed to stake your actual XRP, and then whoever wins the match in the game gets the entire pool of XRP. It's a very interesting idea. So I want to share with you what I know about it to this point, which admittedly isn't a ton, but that's an interesting idea. Like, I love that developers are trying all sorts of stuff on the XRP ledger, and we'll just see what actually gets traction. We'll see what sticks. But man, imagine if it's actually a good game, what could that potentially do for the XRP ecosystem in terms of bringing new people in? And also on top of that, to the SEC, which insists there is no additional utility in XRP, I say no. But before getting into this topic, which is very interesting to me, I want to share with you something that was said by one of the most well-known individuals in the world of crypto. He's been a fixture in the world of crypto for years on end, and he's gone through, I don't know, strange phases. He's back and forth regarding XRP. At first, he said that it's complete and utter garbage, but then he actually had a meeting at Ripple's headquarters and he changed his tune, and now he seems to, presumably, just be playing to who he perceives to be his primary, followers, like the type of people, Bitcoin maxi trolls. He must be thinking that he's doing a good thing in playing to them by saying, snide things regarding XRP. But it doesn't make sense, and if that's what he's doing, he's certainly not being intellectually honest, which I would find to be incredibly disappointing. So I thought I'd run through that. I just, anytime I see crap like this, especially from mainstream people, I want to use my platform to point it out and just kind of correct the record if necessary. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So the individual in question here is none other than Ran Neuner, who I thought this show didn't exist anymore, but he still has it in his profile, so maybe it does. You guys familiar with CNBC's Crypto Trader? I thought that he was just doing the YouTube gig full time now, and credit where it's due. He does have a big following on Twitter and certainly on YouTube. He's got 623,000 followers here on Twitter, but here's what he tweeted out today. He wrote, "Breaking: 6 people have used XRP in cross-border transactions." So there you go. Obviously not true, but he's just slamming XRP publicly. And he's playing to his base. That's what he's doing. That's what I think, because he knows better than that, doesn't he? And I'm not going to read this article, but it's worth pointing out. Here's a headline from you today, beginning of May this year. Ripple records 8x year-over-year growth in on-demand liquidity volume per quarterly reports. And of course, on-demand liquidity, as you well know, requires the usage of XRP specifically for settlement. And the brilliance of on-demand liquidity is that it's constantly being used at scale in enterprise-grade software, and the people that benefit from it have no idea that it's being used in the plumbing. So there's this huge problem in terms of onboarding people into the world of crypto, just broadly speaking, getting people into Bitcoin or pick your cryptocurrency, whatever project you think makes sense. It's hard to get people into crypto in the first place, and only maybe, I've seen various estimates, 2 to 3% of humans have ever held a cryptocurrency at any point in time. Yet, a lot more people than 2 to 3% of the population are moving money all over the damn planet. So how do you get them to jump in and use XRP as a settlement mechanism? Well, you don't actually. You have them keep doing exactly what they're doing, but then you use XRP in the plumbing so they don't even know it's getting used, which is absolutely brilliant. And this happens every day, constantly. XRP is being used to move money around the planet. So certainly a lot more than 6 people have benefited from this. They just don't know it. That's the point, right? That's one of the coolest things. You don't have to onboard people into crypto. And so, again, just to make sure you understand the background, here's a tweet from Ran Neuner. This is from June 28th of 2018, so almost 4 whole years ago. This is a picture he shared when he was visiting Ripple's headquarters. There it is. I made it full screen for you. And he tweeted out the following almost 4 years ago. He said, "So here I am meeting the head of product at Ripple. I said, I have an open mind, and if I was wrong, I will eat my words." Now, what's he referencing there? Well, not long before that, maybe a month or so before this, he was on national television. He was on CNBC, and he was asked what he thought about various cryptocurrencies, including XRP. When it got to XRP, he said it has no utility and it should be thrown in the garbage. He literally said XRP should just be thrown in the garbage. And I remember sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, how are you unaware? Because at that point, I had been in crypto for all of like half a year. You know, I jumped in November 2017. And I'm sitting here just thinking like, and yeah, admittedly, I did spend a lot of time for months on end, like educating myself, but the information's out there. If you say you don't understand it, what research did you do to come to that conclusion? Because if you just look, it's not hard to see that XRP is functionally useful. Even if you're just talking for the use case as a bridge currency, as Ripple's positioning. Now, obviously, as you'll see, there's certainly other use cases. People do use it for other things. But I was just like, oh my God. So when he finally went to Ripple and he said, okay, I was like, oh, well, this seems like somebody who just made a mistake and he is being intellectually honest. That's how it struck me. And I thought, good. And after he left the meeting, he did it on more than one occasion. He did end up citing, okay, XRP, and he has said it on television since then, that XRP does have utility, and he admitted that he was wrong. In fact, here's a tweet, November 19th of 2018, effectively communicating just that idea. He said the following: I've made a lot of really bad calls in the bear market, but none as bad as the day I said that I would throw XRP in the garbage. So he did come around. Yet ever since then, he has been putting out these snide comments about how XRP is going to be out of the top 10. You know, the 50 cents is the high, all this type of crap, and now we're still getting this stuff. So he must think that this is really what his base wants. And the trouble is, if he's right and his base really does want this, what the hell is wrong with his base? Like, my God, a bunch of people that are closed-minded and just not interested in even living in reality. Like, I just, my gosh. If I ever felt like I had to play to like the people that listen to me, like I couldn't be intellectually honest, like that's the day I no longer want to run my damn YouTube channel. If we can't have honest, open discussion, no. So because there's no way he knows XRP is utility, but he's still saying this crap and he's slamming it. Come on. It's just disappointing. And so attorney John Deaton, he retweeted that from Rand Neuner about just 6 people using XRP, and he wrote the following: Ran, I represent the 6 people you reference. Laughy emoji. For your information, I have affidavits from thousands of people who utilize XRP and XRP Ledger to send money, use the decentralized exchange, or even use XRP Ledger instead of Lightning to move Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin and ETH, so I'm no XRP maxi. Happy to discuss, educate you, regarding XRP. And so this is certainly true. John Deaton knows very well, for sure, because he's heard from literally thousands of people in the community. I'm using XRP for fill in the blank, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of reasons. It's one of the only cryptos on the planet with utility, and still we get comments like this from Rand Neuner. What in the ever loving hell? It's just silly. It's not like I'm mad about it. It's just silly. So I feel like obligated to discuss this when it's somebody who's so well known in crypto. You know, at least I have a platform. You know. Anyway. So then, former Ripple employee Matt Hamilton, he responded to that tweet from Rand Neuner and wrote the following: How's your Luna doing, Ran? XRP really lives rent-free in your head, doesn't it? And what's he referencing there? Matt Hamilton is referencing the fact that Rand Neuner was really pushing Luna. He thought that it just made a ton of sense, had a ton of promise. And he said at some point, there's a tweet, I don't think I pulled up for this video, it doesn't matter, but yeah, you know, Luna's going to be top 5, and fine. Luna did very well up until the beginning part of April when it hit its all-time high, but it's currently worth $0.00. It completely tanked and fell apart. So he says that, but still, he's just completely ripping on XRP because reasons. That makes sense. And so, and then somebody named David responded to Matt Hamilton there and said, XRP does one thing and people talk like this, with a little laughy emoji. And then Matt Hamilton says, I don't know. It does more than Bitcoin, and people seem pretty excited about that. I love that. Because, like, what does Bitcoin actually do? It's digital gold, store of value. Okay, and? And look, maybe it does end up getting adopted further and further even just for that. Or maybe Lightning takes off and you can use it for other stuff and side chains, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine, maybe. Remains to be seen. But even if XRP just did one thing, as long as it's solving real problems for real people, that's enough to get... you know, to result in long-term viability for any crypto. If you just have one use case, you know, people don't chuck value out the window, generally speaking, do they? even if prices tank for some period of time. And then my fellow XRP YouTuber Crypto Eddie wrote to Rand Nooner in response to that, and she said, "Wait until you see my XRP news from your home country of South Africa, beginning of July." Silly boy. Okay, so I am looking forward to that. I don't know what it is, but I'm looking forward to seeing what she has to say on that. All right, I feel a little bit better now that I've critiqued that. All right, on to the next topic now, because again, speaking of XRP utility, and we'll see, again, I don't know anything about this project, and also, given that I haven't researched it, anytime there's a new crypto project, I'm always like in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, but is this one a scam? Because there's so many scams in the crypto space. And so that's not to speak poorly of the developers of this at all. Please don't take that the wrong way. I'm just acknowledging up front, since I'm talking about it in this latest Woo Lambo Hot Jam, I haven't done an in-depth research to this point. I find it interesting, though, so I will. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit here. But I just want to be clear. You got to do your own research if you're ever going to participate with this in any degree, and I'll be happy to talk about it, in the future as things develop. But anytime you jump into anything having to do with crypto, just make sure that you've gone through your due diligence so that you're not getting scammed. And again, I have no reason to think that this is a scam. This is just a general approach to anything, not a slam against the developers here. Presumably they're operating in good faith and just trying to build something really cool, which would help XRP and the XRP ecosystem. So this piece was titled from You Today, XRP Ledger's most active project announces Maladroids, Fall Guys-like game with rewards in XRP. And so this game, it's similar, at least it's being compared to this game that is now on your screen, Fall Guys. I'd never heard of Fall Guys. I don't know anything about it, so I briefly Googled it. And apparently it's a game where like up to 60 people can compete, battle each other or something to that effect. And then it's whoever survives, there's one survivor at the end. I don't know. It's something to that effect. I think you got the cut of my jib. And it's just a fun competition, people playing video games. That's pretty much all that it is. And so this game is being compared to that, but you stake XRP. So check this out. On XRP, a modular system built on the XRP Ledger basis, yesterday presented its latest novelty, play-to-earn game Maladroids. What looks like something similar to another extremely popular arcade game, Fall Guys, is a game where players controlling droids compete in speed and agility, and the winner is the one who gets to the finish line the fastest. And so there's a picture on your screen of what Maladroids looks like. It's just a screen grab from the game. And with a tweet that reads the following. Dear community, this is from On XRP. Dear community, we present to you Maladroids, starting with a 10-player obstacle run map. Before the game, you can put up XRP or OXP as a stake, and the first person who reaches the end wins. Play to win is coming to the XRP Ledger. So, again, I just think the concept is interesting. Now, I will never be risking my XRP. Imagine I lose XRP if I don't play a video game well. And I have no idea if the game will be fun. I mean, hopefully it's something, because like I always say, try everything that you can imagine, developers. Throw everything at the wall. Let's see what sticks. And I wish, as long as it's a legit thing, I wish them nothing but the best. And again, I have no reason to think it's not legit at this point. I'm just saying, because I'm a very, I'm a guarded, skeptical person until I have done my due diligence. I'm more guarded. I always start as a skeptical, which I think in life in general is kind of like a reasonable place to start in most instances. But anyway, piece continues. However, that's not all. The game provides a system of rewards, nominated in the native tokens of the On XRP platform, XRP and OXP. Before the start of each game, players can put their tokens into staking, and whoever gets to the finish line first gets the entire pool. The release of Maladroids is a great addition to the rapid emergence of the On XRP ecosystem. The latter can already be called the most actively developing project XRP Ledger, which is especially evident in recent months. On XRP is expanding by leaps and bounds, having recently obtained its first listing on Bitmart, a major centralized exchange, and then a couple of weeks later announcing an advanced partnership with Avalanche Blockchain, which includes building an XRPL-AVAX bridge and launching a joint on AVAX cross-chain platform. Now, if Maladroids can become a full-fledged crypto analog of Fall Guys, which is played by millions of players around the world, On XRP and XRP Ledger as a whole will see an exponential increase in their user base. Given the rewards mechanics using XRP and OXP tokens, the possibilities that are opening up for the entire XRP Ledger ecosystem are immense. So again, I just think it's an interesting concept. I'm not much of a video gamer myself. I mean, there can be games where you kind of get hooked a little bit. I don't play games particularly much just because I find anytime I do start a game, I'm more likely to be irritated than have fun playing it. I'm like, okay, but where do I go next? What am I even supposed to do? And I just get irritated and just like, oh, this is grinding my gears. So that's me in video games. But every now and then there is one where you can have like it's just an interesting, entertaining experience. And I like that type of stuff. But a lot of this stuff, I don't know. I loved it when I was a kid. And then once I hit my teenage years, I just started to kind of lose interest in that mostly. But still, I appreciate the industry, actually. It's a gigantic industry. And it's not like, even as an adult, like people have fun with video games. It's just for me, I have this irritation level with them. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but if there's one that doesn't irritate me, every now and then, it can be entertaining. But I guess I'm basically just saying I don't like most games. It's like I don't care for most things, right? I'm a curmudgeon stick in the mud, right? But no, I wish them the best. I hope it actually is a fun game and people like it, and we'll see what happens. Either way, at a minimum, this is an interesting concept, and this would, if it draws people in and if it's adopted, this impacts to whatever degree supply and demand dynamics for XRP. So, is what it is, folks. Interesting stuff. I'll wrap up here, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.